Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Record! Shoot!
65.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Check, Mike 42. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. He's coming. We got double up.
On second down, a run with Breida. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
11.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Cat 300.
Watch the
80 weapon. Jump out.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Lets this one look toward Graham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Smooth. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let's go, D.
Zoom.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Here we go. 180. 11.
42, Mike 42. Check back. Mike 42.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
Here we go. 180.
Defense wins championship, baby. Sick guy.
They'll run it now with Juszczyk. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
2nd and 10. That's a 40-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check, Mike 42. I got you.
21.
Mike 42. And watch the leg.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Tyler Irvin back deep. And taken right on the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Sit! Sit!
Kill, kill, kill! Kill, kill!
Now on second and 16. Garoppolo looking middle, and it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 16. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14. Rodgers going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback, has really energized that club.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Check 3, check
21, 21. 21, 21. 11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
James now to return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down.
Hey, alert!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC and represents for the Lombardi Trophy.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. You go
12. Hey, alert!
Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's got room. 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, 52 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
I think if you hold defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Gets this one to use check. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here we go. 180! 21, 21.
Hey, D-line, let's get him there. Let's get him there. Patch it. Patch it.
Six.
Watch twins.
11, 10.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
19.
54. Right.
26.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Set it. 319.
54.
Jump out.
55. 65.
61. Matchbox lights.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down now, it's Williams, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a second, you know, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right. And we would like that, and I would like that too for most big topics. But in sports, it's actually kind of cool when these things happen. Remember, Seattle at 7-9 hosted the defending Super Bowl champs New Orleans and beat them. That big Marshawn Lynch run that we'll remember forever. Carolina at 7-8-1, they actually lost at home in their playoff game. So you don't know how it's going to turn. I like division champs winning it and getting a home game even when the records are kind of messed up.
I'm with you. You're making me smile.
How about that? You and I sitting in the home, two old dudes going, that's the way it ought to be.
The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
11.
Garoppolo now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
258.
Come on, D.
On first down, Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check 50. Check 50.
Hey, 88. Hey, Orvin.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Crosby puts it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mike 4-2, Mike 4-2. I got it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
11.
Check 99, check 99.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go,
This
here we
is
go, here we
3rd
go.
and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
11.
Mike 42, check. Mike, get hot.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
12.
42 to Mike, boy, 42. 42 to Mike. Target.
12.
49, check 49.
Get hot.
Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 180. 65.
There we go. Check 26, check.
Get hot.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here we
The
go.
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
50 to money. Watch the out. Watch the out.
11.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
21. 1, Omaha.
42. Minus 42. Rip left.
2.
He'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. Slack.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
This is Breida. Room here to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the pass.
21.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Box it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
42. Don't get nervous. 42's mark.
21. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so